So today I'm reviewing all of the new Wet n Wild Fergie eye kits. Now there is 3 of these lovely kits. The first one I'm going to review for you guys today is the Wet n Wild Fergie Fresh eye kit, which is the lovely peacock colored kit. So I'll insert a picture of the first look I did. So the Fergie Fresh kit comes with a four-piece eyeshadow set, as all the other ones do. This contains a gorgeous sort of satin medium purple, kind of a shimmery light, kind of like a blue tone lavender, a very bright blue. This one's actually pretty good quality. It reminds me of Max Plumage a bit, and this last one right here, which sort of reminds me a bit of Max Deep Truth, and it's basically a navy with some blue shimmers in there. So with a lot of purples, they're a little finicky to work with. They don't exactly blend and glide, and this is with all purples, whether you're paying $22 for an eyeshadow from Makeup Forever or you're buying a $3 to $6 indie pigment. Purples just have a tendency to need a little bit of help. Same with these, unfortunately. This is not the first time Wet n Wild has released a purple that really needs to be packed and layered onto the skin. So I took the time right now to swatch this for you. Now, on my hand, I really had to pack this on, and it almost looks like the lavender. In my video, my tutorial, which I will link the playlist for all the Wet n Wild Fergie palette tutorials in the bottom bar, so you can go ahead and check them out. This purple comes out much better on top of the eye primer. And I did have to work on it. You can see that in the video. I did have to really pack it on. I did not put it over an eyeshadow base. That way you could see how it worked. It did not crease throughout the day. It's the look that I put on stayed on throughout the entire time. It just took a little bit of work. This lavender actually blends quite beautifully and easy on its own, interestingly enough, even though it's the lighter purple, and it's got some nice shimmer in there. Once again, this blue, super easy and super vibrant to work with, actually better than some MAC bright blues, and this of course is one of their most successful navies. Wet n Wild has a ton of navies, a plethora of navies. They could not have more navy eyeshadows if they wanted to, and boom, here it is, we get another navy eyeshadow. I remember the trios came out, I believe, last year. I Got Good Genes was one of them, probably one of the worst navies I had seen from Wet n Wild. Most of those trios, when you worked with them after a few periods of time, or you're driving home after you ran to the store to go pick them up, most of those palettes cracked pretty horrendously, shattered, and pretty much left whatever you bought, the palette itself, a total mess. So I have to say that these can take a slightly better beating, so kudos to Wet n Wild if you did not get any of the trios last year because the colors were just not up to your standards, or you heard that the quality was not up to some bloggers or some people's standards. You might want to check these out. These can definitely take a little bit more thrashing. Getting also this Wet n Wild Color Icon pencil. Now, I have never been a fan of Wet n Wild Color Icon pencils in the past. I find them quite gritty and rough to work with. I think that they've improved quite a bit, I'm going to say. The black shimmery one, you could see the you could see the silver shimmers in there in person, and you could work it right onto the waterline or wherever you want to put it, and it looks really nice. It's super easy. I do have to say this is the first time I've tried Wet n Wild liquid eyeliners, and I would expect these to be very crunchy or crease up or foil up or whatever. I know Urban Decay, their old and new formula, has a tendency to do that with some of their eyeliners, particularly the ones with a more solid cream base with glitter reflex in them. Not their glitter ones. Eldorado is actually a great one because it's just pretty much glitter with a very sheer base, but anything like Perversion or anything like that has a tendency to just pick up and foil up and crease and wrinkle when you blink and stuff like that. Actually pretty easy to apply if this is your first time working with liquid eyeliner. They're not that difficult to work with, at least not for a liquid eyeliner. Although if you don't like these little wands and you need, you could always dip your brush into it and so on and so forth. Anyways, it is a very pretty color. It's a very bright blue, and if you have no hand at doing eyeliner, you can always use it as an eyeshadow base, put a little on the lid and smudge it out. Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. This is actually not a bad formula. My favorite still goes to the Wet n Wild Mega Wink Mascara, but this is not bad. I really hate the Wet n Wild Mega Protein, and I really do not like at all the Wet n Wild Mega Plump and Waterproof. Of course, you get some little tools. People do use these, especially like in a pinch or for travel. Some people use brow combs daily, and you have a beautiful diagram. So that's my take on the Fergie Fresh palette. If you want a nice navy and a beautiful bright blue, go ahead and pick it up. This, if I had to repurchase this kit, I probably would not, because I don't need these blues. I've gotten past Wet n Wild palettes that have these nice blues in them. The only color that I really love in here is the navy, I have to say. So yeah. Actually, pretty much my favorite, and it is the Wet n Wild Ferga-Vicious palette. This palette I honestly think is the must-have, for the big reason that I think it is the best quality kit out of the entire line. So basically what you have is your somewhat cool to warm toned kind of neutrals. There's I don't know, they're kind of like plummy browns. Actually really really kind of interesting take on neutrals, I have to say. You have a matte black right here. Sort of a more of a plummy bronzy dupe of MAC's Beauty Marked. Although the base tone has more payoff than MAC's Beauty Marked, which is a very big plus. This is a beautiful charcoal with kind of like a blue undertone, and it's got gold and silver reflex. And then just this really pretty, I don't know what that is. It's like a grade lavender color. The matte black just goes on like butter, especially for a drugstore matte black. I do recommend that. See, that's just 2 layers of effortlessly applied black. This charcoal, my favorite. And look at that beautiful blue undertone. It's just beautiful. I love working with blues. I mean, they're not my color per se, but I do love working with them. You can create amazing looks with them. I would definitely say purple eyeshadows are more, I guess, my color, because they bring out my eye color more. This next color is a plummy brown color. Looks like that. This is beautiful. I don't think Wet n Wild has anything quite like this. Wet n Wild has done a lot of plums and purples and Beauty Mark dupes, but this one is pretty unique. I don't even think MAC has a color quite like that, and I don't think they have a color quite like this. Although I do have to say this reminds me a bit of Tilt, which I do not own, but it's definitely more stand out, because Tilt has never grabbed my eye personally. This last lavendery color is not at all like MAC's Iris whatsoever. It's too frosted and almost too white based with a lot of kind of purple sitting on top. So that's basically them. The Wet n Wild eyeliners have definitely improved. This silver one, I mean, it draws right on. You could draw with it, so that's a huge plus. These Wet n Wild liquid eyeliners. I've never been a big fan of drugstore liquid eyeliner. I'm a eyeliner snob, I guess you could say. I like my department store eyeliners, gel liners, whatever. Physicians Formula would be really the only gel liner that I would really recommend, because it is the deepest, darkest, most obvious, I guess. If you're not a fan of very obvious eyeliner, but you want something that's definitely there, I recommend these. They're more stand out for sure than the Jordana Fabuliners. Jordana Fabuliner just fades off really quickly. I mean, you don't really see it. Its felt tip liner is a little hard to apply. The brush is not splayed in here at all. I've already used it a couple times. It applies rather quickly, although it would take a little bit more time to get a very thick line just because the brush is so thin. And once again, you get a diagram and a mega length mascara. Last kit is very nice as well, although once again Ferga-Vicious is my favorite. The Glamour Eyes is runner-up to Ferga-Vicious, so that would definitely leave Fergie Fresh at the bottom of the barrel. If you want to skip one palette, to me, I'm sorry, that's the one I'd skip. But the Glamour Eyes is not bad, but it just depends on what colors you're looking for, I suppose. So basically you have your gold, silver, it's like silver and gold. It's really cool. Anyways, I am actually using the Glamour Eyes kit right now, but I'm also using it with the Wet n Wild Vanity palette. I basically have the black in the crease over some of the browns from the Vanity palette, and the gray is just kind of shading out. I have this highlight color as my highlight color on my eyelid in my inner tear duct. I did a very small amount wash of gold on my lid, so once again this black is cutting my crease. So I did use this entire quad in conjunction with the Wet n Wild Vanity. As you can see, it blends out pretty beautifully and stays where you want it over a primer. So we'll just swatch the colors. This white color is got kind of a gold base. Looks like that. Really pretty. I actually really like that highlight color. Don't mean to downgrade this palette in my tutorial or in my video, I just prefer the Ferga-Vicious. And this is a pretty sheer gold. It actually would look really gorgeous in any kind of pinup soft look. And you could do some lashes and red lips, super beautiful for the holidays. This silver I actually really like because it's not super steely, but it is a fairly cool toned gray silver. It's a little bit more gray than it is silver, which is why I kind of appreciate it because I hate silver eyeshadow for the most part. So that's that. Silver sparkles, and this color is super duper pigmented. If you don't blend it out too much, you draw a cut crease like I did, the sparkles won't show up too much, but they'll definitely still kind of be there. So definitely super nice to have. This gold is not the most pigmented gold, but it serves the purpose of having, you know, like a nice little wash of gold on your lids for the holidays. So it's beautiful. Pull this out is the Wet n Wild Copper eyeliner, and it's got sparkle in it. And it's a deep copper. You can use it as a eyeshadow base, which I have done. It's actually quite creamy that way. You can blend it out. This one's pretty cool. If you use this with glittery eyelashes, it's a really fun play with glitter. Because it's a black with silver glitter. I'm glad they put different eyeliners in each kit in case you got all of them. That way you wouldn't be like stuck. So that's the eyeliner. So, you know, if you get all these kits and you're like, what do I do with all these mascaras? You can always, you know, keep, as long as you keep the lid on, they should be good. You know, your tools and a diagram. So for your glam side, for your edgy side, and for your hip side. So, yeah, I'll insert a picture actually of my first Glamour Eyes look I did. I'm comparing these eyeshadows to other Wet n Wild products or previous Wet n Wild products. I'm not comparing them to MAC quality, high-end quality, because you just can't compare a $4.99 to $7.99 product to a product that costs $13.50 to $22 for the product. I'm just doing a general comparison or a comparison of a color. What I would like to see from Wet n Wild in the future to come is new colors, pretty much, more than really anything, aside from the fact that I am very grateful that their color icon pencils have become pretty amazing compared to what I thought they used to be. I just think they need some fresh colors, some new ideas, because I feel like they have recycled some of their colors and put them into new palettes. Granted, some of those palettes that have been hard to pick up, grab, get, whatever, have been limited edition and have flied off the shelves. So if you look at it that way, this is just another chance to grab those colors. So yeah, once again, hope you enjoyed my review. You could always use the scanner code for, you know, more tricks, tips, and whatever from Wet n Wild. I haven't checked it out, so I'm not sure how those go. The imagery of Fergie on all these is actually quite beautiful and also a great source of inspiration along with the diagram. So I hope that you enjoyed these, and thanks for watching.